It's time now for Money Matters, where we talk about some of the biggest stories impacting your wallet this week. I'm Jonathan Martin. Well, first, federal funding could help parents and child care workers across the country. The Biden administration is now asking Congress for $16 billion in emergency child care funding. The funds would provide an additional year of child care stabilization funding to support child care providers serving 10 million kids across the country. Of that $16 billion, $657 million would come here to Georgia. That would support more than 4,000 child care providers that serve more than 352,000 children in our state. Congresswoman Rosa DeLauro says this is a serious crisis.
It is about making it affordable. It's about wages for the workers who are there, but it is about helping the providers to stay in business. They are going out of business because they can't afford it. This is a serious crisis.
Georgia Senator Raphael Warnock is the lawmaker who introduced the Child Care Stabilization Act. If it's passed, that $16 billion would be mandatory funding each year for the next 5 years. As the temperatures are dropping, people are cranking up thermostats in their homes. But at the same time, we know money can be tight. 11 Alive's Don White has some tips from an HVAC expert on how you can heat up your home without breaking the bank.
A local HVAC owner says you should take steps now as you crank up the heat in your house. The first tip, take advantage of the sun's heat. Keep your blinds up during the day, especially in the south wing of your home. John Bailey's days are busy with the first big cold snap of the season. The co-owner of JB Heating, Air and Refrigeration says people may be able to save hundreds of dollars on their home heating bill with a few steps.
Make sure you change the filter. That's the first thing.
Make sure any potential leaks in your home are sealed.
You just get some molding, window molding, door molding, sometimes paint. Sometimes paint is a good, it's a great barrier, really. People don't realize that paint will block wind.
Another tip, get a home energy inspection and tune-up from an HVAC professional.
Just do a visual on the gas line. We definitely don't need a gas leak.
John says investing in insulation could keep more heat in your home and money in your wallet.
But I think it's 12 inches minimum, and some homes definitely need that. Also, new roof as well, because heat can go right through the shingles.
Some people may bundle up and turn their heat way down. John says that's a bad idea.
You could end up busting pipe. You can create mildew in places that you don't even know it's there and end up getting sick or even worse. So it's always best to have it at a minimum like 65 degrees.
The professional says the ideal temperature inside during cold weather is between 65 and 68 degrees. The last tip, put plastic film like this over your windows if they're not energy efficient to keep heat inside your home. In Clayton County, Don White, 11 Alive News.
Some big news for savers. You can put away even more money into a retirement account next year. The IRS announced it's raising the 401k contribution limit to $23,000 a year. That's $500 more than the current limit. And anyone 50 and older can put away an additional $7,500 in catch-up contributions. The IRA contribution limit is also going up next year to $7,000. People 50 and older can contribute another $1,000 on top of that. If you don't tip, you might have to wait longer for your food to arrive. That's DoorDash's latest warning. And they're putting this out as a disclaimer before you place your next order, which is raising a lot of questions. Stephanie McGowan explains.
They're constantly on the go. Some customers tip them, others don't.
It hurts your feelings. It hurts your feelings more when they tip you a penny. Like, I've had penny tippers.
If you're on the no tipping side, DoorDash has a warning for you. Orders with no tip might take longer to get delivered. The food delivery service added this pop-up disclaimer as part of a pilot program.
Whenever you pick up an order, do you look at the tip or kind of decide whether you're going to pick it up or not based on the tip?
Always.
He's not alone. The company says drivers see non-tipping orders as less desirable, which means longer wait times for customers, orders sit longer at merchants, and dashers lose value. This dasher says some orders are just not worth it, especially if you're driving and spending hundreds on gas. He says tips are more than half his wages.
It's 5 miles. And maybe there's a dollar tip, maybe. But it's just like, I don't know.
Are you going to take that order?
No, I'm not going to take that. Definitely not going to take that.
Do you you ever tip the drivers?
I don't. I do not tip drivers. Yes.
For some customers, tips have gotten out of hand and say the disclaimer just makes them want to opt out of DoorDash.
So I feel like we're already paying a lot, and the prices basically have been increasing ever. I've been using it for maybe like 7-8 years, and slowly it's always just been increasing. So I don't know, maybe if you want drivers to be tipped, there should be other incentives.
The real problem here, according to experts, is Dashers, like many other Californians, aren't making a healthy living wage, so they depend on tips.
The question isn't, should we be tipping at all or more? It's, should we look at how wages are structured and companies should be paying more than they are? I don't think it should be on the consumer.
If you're looking for a business or a product, you've likely read the reviews to figure out where to spend your money. But sometimes those reviews are fake. And right now, 6 major companies are working to protect your money by forming a coalition to fight fake reviews. 11 Alive's Molly Oak learned about some of the ways you can get in on the effort.
For small businesses that only get a few reviews, 1 or 2 fake negative comments can sink their overall rating, which means customers are less likely to give that company their business.
If it smells,
The job stinks.
you know that you're making a good profit.
The reviews don't.
It's a big deal. Normally when people Google dog waste removal, they're going to go down and look first at the people that have the most reviews. 5 stars is pretty important.
Lately, Dave White's been scooping up great reviews.
But it hasn't been that way for the last 2 years.
White says Southern Scoopers, a pet waste removal business based in Cumming, Georgia, dealt with a bunch of rough reviews from one person after White says he told him they only accept card, not cash.
So he flipped out and wrote 5 fake reviews under fake accounts.
It can either make or break that said business.
The Better Business Bureau says if your business gets a, well, crappy fake review, here are 3 things to do. First, report it to the site the review is on. Then, if the review is from an angry customer, answer it politely because other future customers could see it. Finally, you can check the BBB's scam tracker to also report it and compare to similar problems. As for those of us looking for reliable reviews,
There is a lot of red flags that you should look for.
here's how the BBB says you can sniff out a scam review. Always check if it's a verified purchase. That way you know the reviewer actually bought the product. If they have a generic profile name or have bad grammar or spelling errors, it's probably fake. Also, if the review is only using 1 or 2 words without specifics, it's likely a bot.
The service was good. The hotel was clean. They talk about everything but the actual product or service.
The Federal Trade Commission proposed a rule to stop businesses from using questionable practices like paying for good reviews. Within the past month, 6 major companies started the Coalition for Trusted Reviews. Amazon, Booking.com, Expedia Group, Glassdoor, TripAdvisor, and Trustpilot are working together to figure out best practices.
It would be helpful if there's some kind of way to combat that.
For small businesses like Southern Scoopers, cleaning up the mess of fake reviews so business keeps picking up. Coalition members are set to meet in Brussels next month on the 5th and 6th for the 2nd Fake Reviews Conference. If you need help spotting or reporting fake reviews, we have links and details on the resources you need on 11alive.com.
Here's some good news as you are preparing to stock up for your Thanksgiving feast. According to Wells Fargo's Thanksgiving Food Report, prices of 10 to 15-pound turkeys are down 29% from this time last year. Now that's the wholesale price, but it has still resulted in a 13% drop in prices at grocery stores. Experts say you can thank supply and demand for the cheaper birds. Farmers raised more turkeys this year to meet Thanksgiving demands. Believe it or not, the holiday shopping season is in full swing. The National Retail Federation released its sales forecast for the 2023 season. And despite high inflation, shoppers are expected to spend more than they did last year. Mike Valero shares the best time to shop for the deals.
'Tis the season of spending, and despite concerns over the economy, the National Retail Federation says consumers are ready to spend big.
NRF is forecasting that total holiday sales during the months of November and December could reach as high as $967 billion.
The holiday shopping season keeps creeping earlier and earlier. This year, it's for a very practical reason.
They want more time to find deals, and they want more time to really spread out that shopping.
With inflation holding steady, NRF Vice President Catherine Collins says holiday shoppers are more price conscious.
Shoppers are saying they will pull back in other areas in order to afford and prioritize their holiday shopping season. They will search for sales and deals and really look for ways to make every dollar count.
And where are they putting those dollars?
Gift cards were the top item that people said they were shopping for this year rather than specific products.
Another big trend this season, beauty and self-care products, thanks in part to influencer culture.
Shoppers are finding influencers and social media to be increasingly important when it comes to hearing about deals, but also discovering new products and things that they didn't know they needed.
As far as deals goes, Kristen McGrath with Retail Me Not says Black Friday shopping is still the best bang for your buck.
We tend to find the most deals and the best deals all concentrated around that one big weekend.
In Los Angeles, I'm Mike Valerio.